were, the important documents and information, and his mom didn't want the people looking for her to find them and steal her identity. When he saw the closet was empty, he ventured across the hallway. A slow breath slipped between his parted lips as he gripped the doorknob. "Mama?" he called. He swallowed, waiting for a response. The only response was the heavy creaking coming from her room. He peered down the hallway, where he could see the plaid furniture. Maybe I should just go study or take a nap, he thought to himself. His mom would come out sooner or later. Sometimes she acted like nothing was wrong, and she'd cook dinner and ask him to set the table. But during the other times, the other times were bad. He didn't want this to lead to the bad times, but studying and napping wouldn't lead to the good. If he wanted to get a hold on the situation, he needed to face her now. Maybe he could give her some pills to make her sleep the rest of the night, so he could have the whole house to himself. He could use his $12 to run to the store, buy some waffles and Cap'n Crunch, and eat as much as he wanted while watching cartoons. His mom never let him have that kind of food. Excitement took hold of him. With that idea in the back of his mind, he twisted the doorknob to his mom's room and pushed it open. But he shouldn't have, because as soon as he saw her, he felt the urge to vomit. She hung from a cord wrapped around a frail beam in the ceiling, feet dangling, her face a dangerous blue-purple. The end of the cord was wrapped tightly around her neck, and her eyes were wide open, looking right at him. He wanted to scream, wanted to cry. He wanted to call his uncle and tell him to come and get him right away. He didn't do any of those things, though. Instead, he sighed with relief as his mother's lifeless body dangled from the ceiling. Part 1. 1. Dominic. Many things can change the course of someone's life. A new job, an eviction notice, being diagnosed with a terminal disease. Life is never as simple as humans believe. We coast along, adapting to new environments, clinging to hope. But we all have our faults that trigger those changes. Our flaws are, ultimately, our downfall, and they are what weigh heavily on Dominic Baker's mind as he sits in his office. He listens to his wife Jolene move about in the kitchen, causing dishes to clink and pots to clatter. Prior to him entering his office, the kitchen had been vacant, which meant Jolene must have gone for a jog. He should have gone with her, but with the campaign for his second term as governor going and elections fast approaching, he was drowning in stress. They're due in uptown Raleigh so he can speak to a collective in the park. According to Jim Pilton, his campaign manager, over 600 people will be attending today. Everyone is anticipating his presence. The well-known 40-year-old candidate with the brown skin and perfect smile. Everyone has high hopes for Dominic Baker, the man uplifting North Carolina. That's his slogan anyway, uplift North Carolina. Now, he wishes the campaign wasn't happening at all. He wishes that 4 years ago, he hadn't been selfish and taken the role as governor. He'd have more privacy and much less to lose. Dominic has always wanted to be in politics, though. It was his dream since high school, and he wasn't going to let a minor mishap mess that up. He'd gone to college, run for school boards, the Raleigh City Council, and was even lieutenant governor of the state prior to becoming official governor. He'd worked hard to build his status, networked with professionals, and the hard work had paid off. But, as with any successful career, there are mistakes that shape us and secrets we long to bury. And Dominic realizes this as he studies the letter on top of his desk. Written in permanent marker that bleeds through the thin sheet of notebook paper are the words, "I know what you did. Where's Bryn?" Reading them again causes his heart to slam repeatedly against his ribcage, but not as hard as it had when he'd found the letter wedged between the stack of mail in his mailbox. He'd gone out to check the mail, sifted through the junk.